Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Wrestling Wire. I'm the hostess with the mostest. Your Theo always looking divino. David Estacado here, along with Lorenzo Lucha Lamas, and we're here for another wonderful episode of the Wrestling Wire. It's been a crazy week in wrestling news. WWE, AEW, a PLE coming this weekend, but I think the only thing that everyone is asking is, where's Ron? Producer, do we have Ron in the house? I don't think we got Ron in the house. Well, I'm sad to say to tell you, everybody, that Ron is right here, ladies and gentlemen. Ron is back. Be happy.
Oh my
everyone.
god. What's up, everybody, dude?
I'm glad to see you're doing better, bud.
Yeah, as if I didn't need more of a reason to come on air tonight. So, um, well, do I need to start at the beginning? Like, do I need to go all the way back to this? Like,
Welcome back.
Beginning of September. Well, thank you. Glad to actually be back doing this. In the beginning of September, man, I worked a show. On the way home, I told the people in the car I was with, I was like, man, I don't feel well. I feel really tired and really run down. And that's not like me ever.
Right. Yeah,
I don't
constantly on the go, man.
Right. So all of a sudden I'm like, the hell is going on? Dude, the next day, intense chest pains. So I did the standard guy thing and ignored it, and then eventually went to a doctor and got checked out.
That was smart.
Yeah, well, I was just told take it easy for a bit. My pulse rate was really jacked up. That much I do know. I think resting, you're supposed to be between 80 and 100, and I'd be standing still. And mine would be 130. So there was definitely something up,
dude.
But I don't know. Anyway, so lo and behold, everything's fine. Pulse is back in check, and then I started feeling better about a week ago. Week or two ago, and then lo and behold, we had this like massive hurricane come through. Dude, I can't begin to tell you what it looked like out here. It looked like a freaking war zone.
Man,
it was
I messaged you during all this was going on, and
right.
I yelled at you for kind of like, dude, what do you mean wait? Need to go like now. And then we didn't hear you for a couple of days. I'll plug you in on what's going on during the week. Hey, and we'll be planning on doing this and whatever, just kind of checking in. And then the storm hit, and it's kind of like, you good? You alive, buddy?
I was gone. So we lost power Friday about 5 a.m. I think my daughter told me. I got up at 7, fired up the generator so we didn't lose anything real quick, and then immediately started looking around like, oh crap. So I mean, I grabbed my storm gear out of the because I've got all that stuff from when I worked in the field doing different things with the cable company or whatever. So I had, storm gear, rain gear, defender jackets, I got insulated gear, all that. I'm prepared to do all of these things. So I went underneath the house, grabbed a saw, loaded the truck, cut a little bit down my street, got to the neighbors, it's like, hey, y'all good? And it's like, oh God, what happened? And I'm like, y'all don't want to know. I got back to my house, a tree just fell while I was gone, just barely missed the house. Right at my son's room, right where we park the cars. It was behind the cars by like 10 feet or so. It missed both cars and the corner of the house. Yeah, bro.
Jeez.
It went at an angle. Like if it had gone straight, it'd hit the house. If it had to come down the hill at all, it'd hit both cars. It was intense. But yeah. So we just got power back last night, actually. Little right around 8 o'clock. But dude, we were blessed, bro. We were blessed. I'm not even gonna sit here and pretend or anything about it. There's still people here in South Carolina that don't have power. Then most of Asheville's been wiped off the map. The bar where we did that show with Ghazi and them, the PWA show, Bloodbaths and Body Shots, the burlesque thing, that bar is gone. It's not there. It does not exist. That bar is completely 100% gone. I can't remember. I want to say like, dude, Ghazi was posting pictures where like his first hot meal was some ramen in a frying pan that he cooked on an open, or that she cooked on an open flame. Like, dude, no lie, no freaking joke. Ghazi had pictures of that. I think Ghazi made a steak one night in that frying pan. Yeah,
I mean, fried price steak is still good. But
right.
still,
Um,
I'm glad that they're safe. I'm glad that you're safe. I know a lot of our friends are still feeling the effects of that storm.
yeah,
Hearts go out to them. There are a
definitely.
lot of shows and organizations coming out to in support of those communities and the communities that have been affected. Please look at it on the socials for that. We will eventually start posting those too.
Right.
But yeah,
We've
I'm
already
just
been in. We've already been asked to get involved in one as
mm,
well for it's in the early stages. I believe target date for the fundraisers in November. More to come on that. Um, I know I've seen companies like Pro Wrestling Turbo trying to get stuff together to help out.
mhm.
Pro Wrestling Hype and Urban Combat Wrestling, I believe, up there in Asheville are, you know, they're just telling everybody, hey, look, we are alive. We're trying to do some stuff in the community and support if you can. Uh, Shout out to them. Shout out to Kay Holiday. You know, I haven't directly spoke with Kay, but I remember I saw something that Kay had wrote. Casey Leanne, who's behind NCW. She's also works tightly with the American Wrestling League and CPW. You know, she works with Jimmy Ward on those shows. KC normally runs your canteen. Dude, KC, I finally like I've been so busy I hadn't talked to really anybody. I checked on very, 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 very few people, and I answered very few people as well. I think,
Time up, people.
yeah, I answered you. I answered my family up in Maryland, and you know, I answered some very, very, very few local people here. Like, hey, look, I was on the road starting. I got up at 7 and got the generator going. I was out the door by 8 o'clock in my gear, and by 9 o'clock, I was cutting trees down. You know, out of the road over here, over there by the waterfall. We were cutting. We had to cut trees out by the waterfall. To we couldn't even get out. Like that's how bad it was here. We could not even get out of you know of this little area here. We were pinned in, and EMS could not get in. So like that was my big concern. If EMS can't
Wow.
get in, but and we can't get out, we've got a bigger problem. You know, I've got some neighbors with medical issues. That's not. I'm not built that way. So I was like, we got to get this going on. Thomas, what is up? Thomas Scott chiming in. He's chiming in from Tennessee. What's up, man?
Yo, what's up, Thomas?
How you been? Um, but
Looking good. Looking good,
yeah,
bud.
definitely, definitely looking good. But it's it's nuts, bro. I've been on the road for let's see, that day. I drove from Spartanburg through Inman all the way back to Union and back to Spartanburg trying to find gas. There was not an open gas station with power in that range, and that was quite a while. We drove all the way to Greenville that night trying to find a gas station. Found some that were open, but man, they were running out of gas quick. And then some of the gas lines were 2-3 miles long, 3-4 hour wait times. It's like, nah, we're not gonna mess with this. I got an idea. We'll take care of it tomorrow. The next day we rolled out and went up north. We went into Gastonia and even further. I went all the way up into Concord. We could get gas in Gastonia,
Yeah.
North Carolina, but I was going into Concord getting material. Um, Massive 14-gallon gas tank, right? So I had a huge gas tank now. I needed that so I could actually fill up some vehicles that were here to get them moving further. Once I could get them filled up with enough gas to get them several miles down the road to fill up again, you think about it like this: you're preparing to drive to another state. You don't want to put 5 gallons in it and run the risk of running out trying to get there. So I was putting 14 gallons in another vehicle to drive it out of state, then topping off that gas can and my other gas can and the vehicle.
Jeez.
Dude, it was insane. Got lucky, found a larger, found a generator that could support my house more stably in North Charlotte area, somewhere up there. Dude, it was stupid. The amount of crap we've been running through, and then trees. We've been cutting trees up and getting stuff cleared. My son was out there with me today. He's 8. He was out there with me today. We were cutting up 2 gigantic pine trees that were down in front of my neighbor's house. We're just trying to clear stuff out of everybody's way. And that crap's in our way too, because we predominantly maintain all this land here, all 12 acres. It's pretty much, me and another person. We take care of all of it. So it's like,
thank you, Jamie. Appreciate that.
What was that? I missed
that. Jamie's saying he's hope all is. Yeah, we're doing great, man. We're doing good. We still wish it was kind of sunshiny. It wasn't too bad today, but we weren't hit too bad. We got stuck in it a little bit because we were in the middle of traveling, checking out stuff in Charlottesville. But after that, we were pretty much fine. It's unfortunate a lot of our friends got affected down in North Carolina, South Carolina.
Right. Shane Odom chimed in. I'd love to see AEW and WWE do benefit shows for those people in Tennessee, North Carolina, and Georgia.
Yeah,
dude, I would too. So TNA actually ran shows earlier this week where they donated all their ticket sales to Spartanburg. Dead serious.
Oh wow,
that happened. That was what was written on the TNA site. That was what was written on. Scotty Brooks shared it, I believe. Community Championship Wrestling shared it as well. So if you check their pages, I'm sure you'll see that. But as far as WWE and AEW doing it, I don't know. TNA's got a good foothold here. I think the company was born in Tennessee, wasn't it? So there's that. Thomas Scott says he's supposed to be coming down there next week, do some relief work and help out with the cleanup. Nice, man.
Awesome.
Very cool. Man, Jamie, I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm doing way better than I was. I needed some serious time off. I was not in a position to step into a wrestling ring again. That adrenaline hit with my pulse already being that high. Yeah, I don't think I would have gone.
Nah.
But yeah. Went to South Carolina past weekend. It was terrible. Prayers. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Like I say, my family, my household, and I'm not gonna say my community because I don't know all of them, but I mean like the neighbors I checked on and who I was able to keep up with and keep checking in on, everybody the spirits were great, but I'm telling you, if they didn't get stuff restored here by Wednesday, it was going to be bad. Bro, the amount of stupid that occurs, people got in fights. Dude, people got in fights for cutting in gas lines.
Oh gosh.
No, it gets worse. They got shot. People got shot at gas lines, at gas pumps for cutting in line. Like this was no joke, dude. It was ridiculous.
It's the Wild West out there.
It was. I mean, you know me well enough, so we'll just just
leave it at that. But yeah.
Just leave it at that. Yeah. And like I can remember I bumped into people while I've got freaking Storm bibs on and a t-shirt. I am covered head to toe in grease and wood chips and everything else from sawing and trying to work out here. And I'm just like, yeah, I don't look like I normally look. It's all good. Like, who knew? What's up, Luke Childers? Dude, I'm glad I've been keeping up with you guys online. Good to see you guys made it through the storm pretty good up there. Because they're not far from some of the heavier hit areas, dude.
Yeah.
So it's been a show, dude. It's been an absolute shit show. So with that being said, and I didn't have power until late last night, and by the time I got in from cooking, cleaning, and everything else, I didn't watch television. I went to sleep. So
Mhm.
so I have watched exactly no wrestling since last Thursday. I think I tried to watch some of SmackDown on Friday night, but that was a no-go. I think I tried to watch it on my phone. I don't remember. It's been a mess.
It's been crazy. I think since she's been out, I think the McMahon
That happened last week.
that happened last week, but I don't know if you had a
Yeah.
chance to watch it at all. Did you watch any of
No.
it? No. All
No.
right.
Oh yeah, since I've been out. Yeah, that's right. I've been gone almost a month.
Yeah, you have been. There's been a lot that we haven't been able to sit down and discuss with it. I was able to sit down and talk with Spotlight Scotty Brooks, and I mean he has pretty decent insight into it. Pretty nice insight.
Right.
Ooh, Carson, if you're watching.
Oh, look at that thing. I think the one big trick that I saw. Did you catch that one big trick that I saw? I'm glad to see Trick Williams winning the NXT title back from Ethan Page.
Yep.
On the their CW premiere. I think that's pretty cool.
I think it was huge. The crowd was great, man. I'm missing that personal vibe, but the crowd was amazing. Amazing.
So here's the thing. I like the idea of what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
They're taking that show on the road and they're lessening their WWE based house shows.
Mm-hmm.
You're not necessarily doing less work. You have all the crews that were doing the live events are now rocking with NXT on their traveling shows. What you did was you put your workers, your Cody Rhodes and your Roman Reigns, or whoever, Kevin Owens, whoever was showing up, Sami Zayn, Braun Breaker, and all them cats. You're putting all of them out on, a more, in my book, man, that's like a more spotlighted view by making them being more TV appearance, more pay-per-view appearance, and less house shows. But now you have NXT traveling too. NXT does traveling house shows as well.
Yeah, they do. And speaking of which, Miss Nikita Lyons has actually been making the rounds in those little house shows. She's actually been seen recently doing some matches, I guess, trying to get back into it, get some of that ring rust ever since she had the injuries. So yeah,
that's a great thing. Cora Jade returning to help Roxanne Perez is still odd to me, but
and she retains. You're not happy with that?
So I like Roxanne Perez. I feel like there was a lot of hype around Julia. I guess that's her name. Is that the way to pronounce her name correct? Or is it Gulia? I don't know. But anyway, to hype her up the way that she was hyped up, to have her fall short against your champion, did you just make your champion seem unbeatable? I'm not sure. And then now we got Cora coming back. So is Cora going to be going after Roxy? Now you have my interest, because if I was Cora coming back and I get in that ring on Tuesday night, this Tuesday, I'm going to be like, you know what? I didn't help you win for you. I helped you win so I could be the one to beat you.
Like that. I like that.
That's the only motive I have. Ray Charles could see that Cora Jade got work done. And yes, I love the new NXT logo as well. The new belt looks amazing. Like this.
Yeah, I want to get to that, but we'll get to that once we get to Raw and SmackDown.
Can I tell you that it reminds me of the UFC belts? It
really
does. Yes, it does. When you if you pull up the website for WWE right now and look at Trick Williams holding it up, you get just of this bottom view of the belt, and it reminds me so much of a UFC title.
Hold on, let me see if I can. I could probably while we're talking.
I mean, just that image right there gives me UFC vibes. The way the belt looks, but it's fantastic, man. I really enjoy
I
it.
think all the belts look really, really dope.
Yep.
Yeah. I see
You know
what
what
you're
I'm saying?
saying. Yeah.
Right. It gives me complete UFC vibes.
Hold on, I'll put it up on the screen so the fans can see what
We do not own the rights to this image.
We don't.
I like look, man, I don't know. I've been gone a bit, but I don't know if we're allowed to do this yet. Jesus.
I think it's a cool looking belt. I mean, now that you mention it, I can see where it would you would say would look like
that main plate gives me UFC vibes. Let's see here. What are y'all's thoughts on Jey Uso beating Braun Breaker? Kind of torn. Jey winning the belt, I loved. I guess Braun's turning face and goes for Gunther. So
we talked a little bit about that, but last week. But yeah, I for one feel a little bit divided too. But I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead. Go.
I've only been gone, a month. I need to catch up. What my vibe is Jey winning the belt was deserved 5 years ago. So he definitely deserves it now. Jimmy and Jay, fantastic tag team, one of the best tag teams in history. Honestly, when you look at their body of work, the distances they've gone, and the evolution of them as a team and as individuals as well, with their styles in the ring, they've done phenomenal work, and they can work with anybody. It doesn't matter. So I'm a huge believer in that. Now, Braun Breaker losing a singles title that quickly. Braun Breaker doesn't need a title. Just being honest, he does not need a belt.
You don't think they're setting him up to?
They're setting him up to lose to Gunther. They're not setting him up to beat Gunther. I do not, under any stretch of the imagination, believe Braun Breaker will win the title in the next. I don't believe that. I can't believe that. There's, in my book, like I said, Breaker taking it from somebody like Drew McIntyre, okay. Breaker taking it from Gunther, nah, I don't like that one. I don't like that one at all. Ilya Dragunov is out now until Rumble, and I read that, but I don't know what happened.
Well, I mean, Braun has so many options open to him now, but for Jey, it's been 14 years. 14 years, and yes, it was a weird timing, but it's well deserved, and it's great. And what I get to see is you could see that weird awkwardness with the whole bloodline story going on too. So I feel like that could probably be a factor in that. And speaking of titles, I see what you mean by the way it looks,
right?
The way he has it holding up. Yeah, it kind of. I kind of like the feel though.
Yeah, it gives me a UFC title vibe.
Yeah.
And the belts are awesome. So I mean, we can go with that. But Braun turning face, I'm fine with. The Steiner brothers were predominantly faces during their career. His father and his uncle. But I don't know. I like him as a heel. We'll see how he does as a baby. Here's the thing. Can he be as vicious and visceral as a face? You know what I'm saying? Like, apparently him running out and ambushing and attacking people, that's not going to work as a baby, dude. So his TV time is going to get clipped. he's got a promo, but he's got to do good on promo at that point if he's going to have as much TV time, because his matches aren't that long. So it becomes just, there's an entire paradox that goes into this. And whether people realize it or not, as a heel, you can be on TV a lot more and make different impacting moments. Look at the entire saga of Braun Strowman and what's the other guy, Bronson Reed. Look at that saga that's going on, right? The way that they're doing that. Reed has multiple segments, but he's not on TV the whole time. It works. You're playing to the guy's strengths. And Bronson Reed right now is probably as hot, if not, I think he's as hot, if not hotter than he's ever been in his career. Right now. Braun Strowman, the shtick they're doing with him, everybody loves a good monster. I honestly, and people are going to hate me for this, I want to see him challenge Gunther. I want to see that match, and I'm okay with Strowman losing, because that solidifies even harder that size and technical prowess going at each other. Right? Okay. So now that lines you up good for a good technical wrestler to be the challenger.
True. I'll give you that. Okay.
And after this weekend's PLE, Punk's already made it clear he was going after Gunther. So
yes. Before we go further, one of the biggest highlights for me is our boy got a bit of a promo. Javon Evans got a little bit of screen time for his matchup coming up.
I unfortunately did not get to see that.
Well, good, because we're going to see it right now.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Hold on.
Are you allowed? Dude, this is copyrighted.
Is it?
Yes.
What? We can get taken down for this? Damn. WWE.
Yeah, no, don't do that. Thank you.
I
get that's copyrighted.
Anyways,
footage.
Javon is hype. He's get to wrestle one of his idols, and he's going to bring it to him. And he actually got a little shout out by Randy that he might be the next him. So I am excited and elated for Javon Evans.
Right, as am I. Dude, it's cool.
We should get some lawyers. You're a paralegal. Never mind.
No, we're not going to get a copyright ding because you want to play the video from NXT. No.
I was hyped for it.
Dude, I got hit on copyright hit because I had WWE playing in the background and you could hear it on my microphone. That's not a lie.
They do not play. All right, cool.
Right. Shane, we spoke about this earlier. I'm happy that Trick Williams is the NXT champ. Where does Ethan Page go? Dude, Ethan Page can go to the main roster. Ethan Page can challenge again. I think they figured out that Ethan Page, dude, could you imagine Ethan Page and LA Knight? Please, yes. I want Ethan Page challenging LA Knight.
I could see that. That'd be a cool match.
Can you imagine the promos? Can you imagine the mic chemistry? Can you imagine the in-ring chemistry? That's a match I want. Ethan Page and LA Knight. Next person for Gunther after Sammy. Let's see. Sammy's not going to beat Gunther for the world title. KO going to AEW, I do not believe is going to happen. I recently think that KO just signed a new deal, if I'm not mistaken. It was like a 5-year contract.
Oh, wow.
Don't quote me on that, but I'm fairly confident that KO recently signed a deal within the last year and a half. KO is doing great, and I see no reason for him not. He was just in the main event against Cody, and they had a great match.
Yeah, so why would he be moved around now?
I don't.
Are you saying that because Miz was on there? I think they're just moving people around just to kind of mix things up a little bit. They're not on the roster.
I don't know what they're doing as far as that goes. Braun will be next. I don't think Reed is going to get a shot. I think that I'd like to see it go. Gunther beat Sammy. Gunther beat Braun Breaker, and Gunther beat Braun Strowman on his way to Punk. I really think that Punk versus Gunther.
What? No Bronson?
No,
Okay.
no. I okay, maybe on a TV match, but it makes no sense because they're both heel. Like it's not. It just doesn't give me the warm and fuzzies. Okay, I'm not.
It does not tickle your pickle, as you like to say.
Yes, it does not tickle the pickle. That is correct. Does not tickle the pickle. Battle of promos between LA and Paige. Holy cow! Right.
that'd be
Thank
cool.
you for seeing what I'm saying. I'm glad that my words can put images in your head, and that is my
Thank you, Ron, for the almighty
that is my gift
promo.
To you. Okay. Dude, craziest week ever for people passing as well, dude. Pete Rose, was it John Amos?
Mm-hmm.
And there was a bunch of them, bro. It was Dame Madam or Madam. Yeah, that one.
She passed away. Yes, I know her
from Harry Potter.
Yeah,
right. It's like this is insane. How many people in the last week? It's like, bro, what are we doing? Thought about going to Georgia on Saturday for the PLE. The tickets
are crazy.
Yeah,
yeah.
It was like just 2 or 3 bills for nosebleeds, and they were bad nosebleeds behind the screen.
Wow.
Like, nah, I'm not into this. Good tickets were like $1,500 a piece. Yeah, 1,500.
Nice. That's crazy.
I mean, yeah, I don't know anything about American Pickers, but I saw that posted on my Facebook, Frank Fritz. In the brief amount of times where I wasn't driving, yeah, I would occasionally sleep or check my phone. Like I said, I don't want to venture to tell you what this storm has cost me. Maybe off air, you and I can have that conversation.
Yeah,
I can tell you.
Conversation off air.
Yeah. It was ridiculous. And I am not bitching either because I still have, I'm grateful for everything I do have. There were some people lost it all: jobs, houses, businesses, lives, loved ones, you name it. There's went downriver, and that waterfall by the house is downriver. That's what's crazy. That waterfall swelled up. It was up in the road by my house.
Oh yeah, you shared a picture of some of the damage that happened, and that's crazy, man.
Right. It was
let's see what else. New belts. Speaking of new belts, Uso, Mr. J, we just talked about it. I'm happy about it. He actually revealed the new belt. I think I got that on here too. I'm liking it. I'm liking the blue on it. I think it looks pretty cool.
Yes, I-40 is gone, and that goes from Asheville to Knoxville, I think, Tennessee. That's gone. I-40 East. Then I-26 West is closed in spots until March of 2025. I-40 is shut down until September of 2025 at this point.
That's nuts.
Dude, I'm supposed to go. Well, like I say, I looked at going to Georgia next weekend, or this weekend rather, and what is it? I don't know how bad Georgia was affected, Athens and all that stuff, heading down to like Covington and all that, because that's Atlanta's where the pay-per-view is. I might be in Georgia. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm doing yet. I gotta go and check the roads to see, because I had planned to do something with my daughter and some friends. So it's like I want to go do this stuff, but if the roads are bad, or the roads aren't there, or the roads are closed, or the towns are messed up, and there's no power, no cell, no electricity, or no swipey of the cards. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. Yeah, I mean, I like the blue highlights in it.
I do. I
That's
think it
dope.
looks.
It's nice. Yeah, good job. Because the other one was just kind of bland.
Yeah.
I remember saying that. I do like it with a little color added to it.
It makes it pop.
It does. It makes it pop. Shoot. I'm trying to think. Anything else major happen? I know everybody's ranting and raving about Ricochet and Osprey having their 30-minute or having their thing.
That was a good
in the-
match. Actually. It was pretty cool, going back and forth. Little callbacks. They did the superhero pose. They went back and forth. It's finally we get to see, Ricochet do his thing, being that high speed momentum guy, and telling that story that Fletcher had to actually up his game and try to match up with him. It's pretty cool. I liked it.
That's cool. It's not my style of wrestling, but hey, that's cool. I heard it was great. And it protected both guys the way it ended, so that works out.
Mhm.
You missed the white IC title. You missed the one that Shawn Michaels carried. I know which one you're talking about. I love that one as well. Actually, when I was a kid, I took and traced it out on cardboard, like from a magazine. So I traced the belt out on cardboard and then cut 2 slits on each side of the cardboard and ran a belt through it. So it was like I had my own cardboard IC title when I was like, I don't know, dude, I was like 6.
So speaking of AEW, you hear that they're making a plan with WB. They might be showing their shows on Max.
I thought that was a done deal.
It is. It's done now. But now they're trying to see. I don't know. I guess they're going to have their whole catalog on there, except for one of their shows.
Let's see here. Inc. new rights deal, including pay-per-view events on Max. So 20 hours ago, this was released. This is I'm reading this currently on MSN. So,
I mean, sure. Keep your notes up.
I mean, well, it was released 20 hours ago on. Well, that's all right. Open my Facebook and it's storm.
Yeah,
it's hurricane, and that's what it is. So I've been out on the loop. I haven't been watching TV. I tried to watch an episode of something, The Real Nightmares on Elm Street or something. I tried to watch that last night, and I was constantly falling asleep.
yeah, I saw that. That doc is up on is it Netflix? Yeah, Netflix or Hulu.
I think
One of those.
watched a couple of movies with the kids during the whole thing. It was like I remember parts of Ernest Goes to Camp, and I remember parts of School of Rock.
Ernest Goes to Camp.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I remember. But so Max is getting into the pay-per-view business. I'm down with that. They're getting live episodes on TV so Dynamite's going to stay on TBS. Collision will be on TNT, but they'll also do multicast live streaming on the Max beginning in January. So that's dope. Beginning later in 2025, pay-per-view events at a discounted price. Okay, I guess that's cool.
I mean, Dynamite was awesome. Like we just talked about, one of the first matchups. Danielson versus Okada was amazing. Just going back and forth between holds and moves, takedowns, counters. This is the Daniel Bryanson I love to watch, and it was an awesome matchup. Awesome matchup. Of course, interference. There's so much interference going on in a lot of these shows lately, I noticed. Hello?
Oh, I don't know who that was because it wasn't me.
Okay.
Was it? No, my phone's over there. That's your phone.
Yep. Yep.
My phone's up on one of the books on my desk. Yes, I can read. There's actually books on my desk, and yes, I can read. I'm not dyslexic. Anyway, so I okay.
I
That's
mean,
cool.
it
What
was
are
something.
the?
It was the 5th anniversary show, so you figure
I
it'd be it, and I believe with the matches they had pretty good matches.
so what was their the terms of the deal was either 150 or 170 million per year for 5 years. Was
Yep.
that what I got? Or for 4 years with an optional fifth? Okay. What is and this is the Ron you got to deal with here, not the other guy. Oh, what does their talent contract cost a year? When you add up all them bodies, all right, what's that cost a year? That
That's one
puts a
thing.
hell of a now here's the thing, that puts a hell of a dent in it.
Mhm.
If it don't cover it, that did a really good dent. So now add in merch sales and other advertising and things like that you get out of this. Okay, they're probably going to be coming out of the red on a yearly run basis. I don't
Mhm.
know how far in the hole they are currently. I have no idea. That's not my game. I know that they were in the red. I don't
Mhm.
know how far in the red they were. Is this enough of a bump to get them up out of that hole? Probably not right off jump, but in 5 to 10 years of sustained, yeah, that's a good get. That's a good get. Positive income's positive income. It doesn't
True.
matter if it's a dollar or a dime, it's in the green. And that's what you need. Because being in the green when you go to companies for investors or you go to companies for advertisers, or you go to companies for whatever, even this deal when they sold it to HBO and Max and all this, you had to have something showing, hey, look, here's what we've done, and we need to go further. You got to show something, or they're going to look at you and go,
What's this? The
no,
deal even worth it? Yeah.
we're not paying for this. It's all going to be it's going to be really interesting to see what they pull off. The whole Max deal, I kind of wonder what the discounted rate is,
Mhm.
because if it's still 30 to $50, I'm not paying that to watch the pay-per-view. I'm not doing it. $10, $10 on some of their bigger pay-per-views. Okay, maybe. Yeah. I'd probably do that. $20, I don't know. I kind of got a little grumpy when I paid 20 or $30 for a TNA sacrifice years and years ago, like back in 14, 15 or something, 2015, 2016. I bought one of their pay-per-views. I think it was the one where the Hardys showed up, maybe. I don't remember. And I remember it, and I was like, this is cool. But it wasn't really worth the price tag I paid. Not when you're talking about, WWE networks running and you don't pay for the pay-per-view. Or now the streaming deal with Netflix, which I can't wait for this to go. It looks like this is going to be really good for them. But let's see here. I'm hearing this stuff.
Mhm.
Her business is coming to AEW now that Shelton came over. Lashley's next. Why
Yeah.
is
Oh, come on. It's great. I'm back to see. I'm happy to see the Hurt Business. That's another highlight I liked about it. So I mean, why not? They have MVP. You knew that they were gonna start hinting towards that.
okay? So that last 6 words of his statement, read that out loud.
Why is AEW duplicating so much? I wouldn't say duplicating. And Lashley is next. He's actually in contract, apparently, or in the process of getting contracted over there.
I mean, okay. biggest roster in wrestling.
Yes,
they've
that
got-
I'll give you that. The roster is huge. Probably needs to be split up somehow, a little more organized. I'll give you that.
They bought Ring of Honor, tanked most of the people, unfortunately, which sucks. Because a lot of the people that wrestled for Ring of Honor were fantastic and are fantastic, excellent people as well, great wrestlers and all that. We see what? We see one of the Briscoe brothers. That's only because, the other one's passed. So we see one of the Briscoes on TV. Everybody else from Ring of Honor is like not there. Yes, Claudio was in Ring of Honor. Yes, Punk was there. Yes, Adam Cole was there. Yes, all these guys were there, but they were there, gone other places, and now they're back, because they're in AEW or whatever.
Mhm.
But as far as Ring of Honor talent that was there when it was bought, who you got? I don't really see nobody. I see the Briscoe chicken. That's it. I don't really see anybody else, man. So what are you going to do? Just send your Wednesday night and your Saturday night people to Ring of Honor as well? Make it make sense. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if they were to split up the roster into different little, like, NXT this, AEW this, AEW that, I don't know.
That was the plan, but it didn't work.
it doesn't really. It's not really going as well as it should.
WWE gets flack all of the time for being like, oh, well, they split the rosters, but they still move people from here to there. On occasion, things happen and they have to, or on occasion, there's a crossover here and there. Why the plan split if it doesn't last 3 weeks? Well, because unfinished business, or perhaps they're planting the seed to mess with you, or maybe they're just doing it to mess with people. I think that would be funny anyway. Dalton Castle, I don't even know if he's still there. I have no idea. The only one I know of is the Briscoe. Rhett Titus was with them, was their heavyweight champion, and I don't know if he still wrestles with them at all anymore, Ring of Honor or AEW at all.
Or Ring of Honor every now and then. I don't think he's had an AEW booking in a bit. I do know that a lot of Ring of Honor guys are doing stuff up in Jersey. There's like a group of them that have kind of taken the Ring of Honor structure and are now doing more stuff.
That's awesome.
So
I like that. I like that because I like the old school Ring of Honor. I like the old Gabe Sapolsky era Ring of Honor. I loved it, man. I really did. I thought it was fantastic. But anyways, dude, that's about what I got, man. You want to talk some? You want to talk some local stuff, because we've got some local stuff coming up.
Well, I want to hear your results, because I think you've been calling for it. What do you think of the New Day turning heel finally?
You mean Xavier Woods?
Yeah, true.
Not the New Day, just Xavier
turning Woods. Yeah.
I never saw the point in doing this.
Mm-hmm.
I could care. I didn't like the idea. I figured it was coming, but now you're going to get to see that other side of him. I think it's got the ability to do a great thing. Tommy Scott, what's up, dude?
Yo, what's up, Tommy?
How are you? He said, and finally. And finally. That's right. Hey, man, look, I had to take some time off for my health, and then this hurricane hit, so it was just like, here we go. Timing is everything. Bro, as far as it goes, we'll see how that pans out. I actually noticed as well that the Miz turned on R-Truth.
Yeah, that
So
kind of broke my
now
heart, man.
I'm kind of thinking, what if the Miz and Xavier Woods got together in a team? Could you imagine the team of Kofi and R-Truth? How fun that would be.
That would be a great team.
So look, there's two teams where the partners turned on them. So you
Mhm.
got these two guys and you got these two guys, and here we go. Fairly odd couples, I guess, something along those
I
lines.
I
It
like
sounds
that.
pretty
That's
good.
actually a cool idea. I actually really like that.
I,
I think that'd be
well,
cool.
thank you. I've told, I think I should be writing some of these things, but it's okay. Um, I'd like at least to get paid for my writing, but that's just me. Um, Anything else you got from the big leagues before we move on to that?
Nothing off the top of my head. I'm just going through my notes.
You did notes.
I mean,
pulled up
yeah.
one website. I pulled up one website.
I was like, what do I want to talk about? Like
Yeah.
I'm going back and forth between my phone and the computer. I'll be like, yeah, because I didn't know if you're going to come back or not. So it's like I was kind of expecting like I might have to do this solo. So I'm
Yeah.
glad you're here. Honestly, I'm glad you're doing better.
Me too, man. Me too. Honestly, I think I needed that little bit of I needed that time to get my reality back in check. So I could continue to do the fun stuff. So
Mm.
did a lot of fun stuff while I was off too. Yeah, did a lot of fun and crazy stuff, hanging out, visiting places, visiting people, all kinds of good stuff. Anyway, you ready
Wait,
to
isn't there a pay-per-view PLE coming up?
Bad Blood is this weekend?
Okay, what are your predictions? Let's do that real
Uh,
quick before we
okay.
move on.
Did you? All right, so now I have to go and get the things for this. So 1 sec. All right. Let's see here. The opening matchup for this is CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Hell in a Cell. I got CM Punk winning this.
CM Punk to beat McIntyre, yeah. That's going to probably be a brutal, bloody matchup, guaranteed.
I hope so. But here's the great thing about this. If that match opens, everything that follows it better be amazing. So
yes, that is setting the bar, man.
That's setting the example for the night. That sets the tone. I can't wait because I really think that's going to be good.
Yeah. Then I got Ace. PowerPoint Sunday. Nice. Good wrestling weekend. Bad blood. It's gonna be fun. What I like is like it's 5 matches. 5 matches.
Yeah, 5. Yep.
Yeah.
Damian Priest versus Finn Balor. You go ahead on this one.
I want Damian Priest to win, but I feel like Balor's going to get the one over on this one. That's what I feel like they're going to go.
I want Balor to win this, and I feel like Balor's going to win this.
Okay.
Because I feel like we need the story to continue between them two.
Do you think it'll go into Survivor Series?
I don't feel like there's enough of a way to fill both teams out for a true like War Games matchup, but maybe. I like Finn Balor in this one, dude. I really do.
I'm a Balor fan.
Same. WWE Women's Championship: Nia Jax versus Bayley.
I'm gonna say Jax, but I know your favorite Tiffy is gonna be Tiffy time. There's gonna be something involved with her getting in there.
My favorite? No, it's not that she's my favorite. It's that I can't stand Nia Jax.
But I say Jax is gonna win.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that Stratton's gonna win because I feel like Stratton's gonna go ahead and cash in. Right? Yeah. Okay?
Tommy has Bailey when the Tiffin cash in. Okay.
Okay, I like that as well. I can deal with that.
I don't think they're gonna do the cash in though. That's one thing. No, it's not gonna happen. She'll get involved, yes, but I don't think she's gonna cash it.
I think she's cashing in, bro. All right, a 5-match PLE. You already said it. I like it. It's only 5 matches.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's how you get a 6-1. Or it could be even smarter. The other women's matchup, women's world title, Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley. I got honest. Yeah.
The custody battle over Dom.
Dom in a shark cage. He's behind bars again.
Yeah.
Oh God. Honestly, the story is so good. I don't care who wins. Like that's right.
This is going to be one of the funnest matches, but I say Rhea is going to go over.
You think Rhea's got it? Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. I'll go with that. Custody battle of Dom 2.0.
That's what I just said, dude.
And Cody Rhodes and teaming with Roman Reigns against Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. I got Cody and Roman, but WWE has already made it clear there's something really big going to go down at this show.
Mm-hmm.
And this is in Atlanta. Guess who has a house in Georgia?
Do
you smell that?
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But this
you had this scrunch in your face, so I figured you could smell it. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? Because I believe The Rock might just show up. Just a theory. But I got Roman and Cody winning that one, man.
I do too.
Awesome.
I do too. But I feel like that family's so big. I feel like there's somebody else is gonna probably come out. Like
it's so big.
There has to be. I mean, it's going to happen. Like somebody new is gonna debut from the family's gonna jump out. But I don't think it's gonna be The Rock. It's gonna be somebody. The other cousins.
The one dude already pulled all of his MLW dates.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. I don't know.
It's hard. Now I feel like this can end up becoming like Bloodline versus Bloodline type of war game type of situation eventually.
That's where we're heading for Survivor Series, but at least that's what I hope, because Bloodline Civil War is what we predicted in the long term storytelling here. So
or Roman, Cody,
KO and Sammy.
No, KO and Randy.
KO, Randy, and one more. Make it 5-on-5.
Yeah. Yeah. Versus Bloodline. I would like to see Sam.
Yeah. I don't know if I don't like it as much when you add Cody and KO and Randy and all that. I don't like it as much when you do that. Anyway, dude, let's talk about some indie stuff. A Bloodline Royal Rumble. There's enough wrestlers.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some indie stuff. Once again, shout out XWW. Appreciate you guys as always for putting us out there on that Roku network. Thank you once again. Be sure you're subscribing to StreamTVOnline.com. It's a couple of bucks a month with your first 5 days free. Check it out. I promise you it's worth the money, and it's not that expensive. It's not expensive at all. There you go.
And shout out to Miss Kate's Redheaded Witch Designs, who makes custom, handmade, handcrafted pieces of jewelry. She makes scale mail. She makes stainless steel jewelry. Those are some of the projects that she currently has for sale. At the moment, we are taking a hiatus on commissions due to the fact that we are currently in the process of moving. But We'll keep on a list just for future stuff down the road. And don't forget, the Little Lorenzos are back. We still have 5 in stock. So definitely come out and grab yourself a Little Lorenzo. Join the Llama Legion today. Make sure you follow Lorenzo Llama on all the socials at That Wrestling Llama, and follow Redheaded Witch Designs on all the socials at Redheaded Witch Designs.
Gotcha. Coming up this weekend, Monrober Fest, Saturday, October 5th, 2024. Live wrestling show starts at 3 p.m. This is a free show. It's a TV taping, and Monrober Fest is going on. Monrober Fest starts at noon. It's all over Monroe, North Carolina, all over downtown, I should say. So there's going to be food vendors, there's going to be drinks, there's going to be music, there's going to be a bunch of stuff going on. Guys, if you're in the area, Monroe, North Carolina, don't miss your chance. Go have a good time. I unfortunately will not be there, but please go support indie wrestling. Please go support XWW. Please go support the town of Monroe.
This Sunday, ladies and gentlemen, no longer in Lawrenceville, Georgia, but it's going to be at La Plaza. As you heard, we had Mr. Will Gomez with us last night. It is free. It is free to go. It's going to be at the La Plaza in Georgia. It's going to be a great, great night of Lucha Libre. The Art of Lucha Libre returns. Stay tuned for the socials for when the next one's going to be, but you should be there 4 p.m. early at the La Plaza in Georgia.
Very cool. You again?
And Saturday, October 12th, FWA and America Lucha Wrestling presents Bibbidi Bobbidi Body Slams. There's going to be a couple of amazing matchups here. Already, we have some of the card, and hopefully we might have a preview show for this. I don't know yet. We're still in the talks for that. But be on the lookout for that. You have quite the card here. We have a couple of new faces on here. You're going to want to come out for this. That's going to be in Chestnut Grove Middle School in King, North Carolina. Bell time is at 4 p.m. Doors open at 3:30. So be there for Bibbidi Bobbidi Body Slams.
That's awesome. Coming up at Waxhaw Tack House Friday, October the 18th. Cosplay Wrestling Universe Halloween wrestling show. This is going to be awesome. There's a costume contest with prizes involved. Your favorite horror characters will battle it out. Doors open at 6:30. Show at 7. It's free admission. This is at the Waxhaw Tap House. And from what I understand, they have a special guest ring announcer that night.
Really?
Yeah. They have a special.
Do you know who it is?
I have been told it's some person from this really popular TV show that was on A&E. So I don't know, but that's what I overheard. Somebody said to somebody to something else to the effect of this is what's happening. That there's something going on. There's a special guest ring announcer from some hit A&E TV show.
Besides, that's the only clue we get.
That's all that's what I overheard. I don't know. I didn't hear a name. I didn't hear a TV show name. I didn't hear a person's name. I didn't hear any of that. All I heard was special guest ring announcer and TV show from A&E. That's all I heard.
Okay.
I don't know anything. But you got to remember, brother, it's a cosplay wrestling show. Anything can happen and anybody can be there. So
it'll be a good time.
It's going to be awesome. Coming up on the 19th, Saturday, October 19th, Union County Rec Center, American Wrestling League presents Super Clash. Get ready for the showdown in Utown. 115 Thomas Street in Union. Tickets, ringside $15, regular tickets $10, kids 10 and under are free. You can order your tickets online, buy tickets at buytickets.at/AWL. Now,
that weekend as well.
I do know.
I don't have a poster.
You wait. I'm not done.
Okay,
Thank
fine,
you.
Fine.
Do not interrupt me. I know that they had a show that was planned for this weekend in Union, South Carolina, as well. AWL, CPW presented. It was supposed to be Takeover, but they had to cancel Takeover due to the hurricane and the power outage and everything else. Now, from what I gathered, and you can go check their socials and confirm this. I believe that they said anybody who had pre-purchased a ticket for Takeover, their ticket would be honored. So there's that. That's really freaking cool. Instead of just issuing a refund, hey, look, we'll just bump you to the next show if you can make it. You want to do that? So that was a cool deal for them. All right. Is this what you were going to talk about? No, it's not, because it's not that same weekend. So now carry on my way.
So there's no poster yet, but at the Amherst Fair this that October, that same weekend, it is going to be the 18th. It's actually going to be, let me see, pull up here. 18th, 19th, and 20th, back-to-back. Strong Style Pro Wrestling is coming back to do live wrestling at the Amherst Fair that weekend. So definitely be on the lookout for that. We're going to be, once we get the poster up and going, I'll start sharing that. But yours truly will be there. Lorenzo will be there, as we do currently have the Strong Style Pro Tag Team Champions. So we're definitely going to have to be there. We're going to see who's going to try to defend the titles against La Cultura, but we will be there at the Amherst Fair that same weekend.
Gotcha.
That's in Virginia, by the way, if you're asking where that is. That's in Virginia.
Rather it be Ron, but interested to see who the guest is.
Oh, that's nice.
Tommy, I appreciate that. I will be making my return to XWW, just not this weekend. I will not be there at Monroberfest this weekend. I am coming back in October though. And that's all it is. I'll be back later this month in October.
Yay!
Am I going to be at Horror Fest Ford? Oh no, are you going to be at
Horror Fest? I don't think so. I'm trying the process of working things out with them over at Horror Fest. I love Horror Fest. Love what they do. They're pretty much a con family. Thank you to Miss Key actually to be able to introduce them. She usually does the rounds there for Horror Fest, helping out them at their booths and what they need. But we might see us in the future working on something with them. So can't say much more than that.
This one is you.
Yep, but I will be at Fear Fest October 26th. That is CCW. That is going to be an amazing bar show. I think we have another picture that is going to be the RVA Wrestling Academy and CCW Pro Wrestle Fear Fest. It's going to be at the Parlay Bar and Lounge October 26th. That's going to be in Richmond, Virginia. There's going to be a Halloween contest, $300 cash prizes. This is at 18 up and 21 to drink, and tickets are only $25. We only have a few tickets left. I'm going to start selling tickets here in a bit too, so stay tuned. If you want your tickets for this show, give me a message, reach out to me. I will put one off to the side for you so we can get you to come out to Richmond for this show. It's going to be an awesome night, a spooky night. As I like to say, hold on to your dookie because it's about to get spooky.
Oh, God, really? Is that what you have to say?
Yes.
Anyway, so speaking of shows that got moved around, Shop with a Cop got rescheduled into November. I'm waiting for the final date of when it's getting rescheduled, but I was told it was being moved to November. Jackson County was an area of North Carolina that was struck pretty good by the storm. There's a lot of changes underway when it comes to that. So we'll just have to see what pans out from that one.
Okay.
November 16th, Marion, North Carolina, HWA presents Collision Course, Spotlight Scotty Brooks, and TNA Wrestling's Frankie Kazarian will be squaring off at the Box Factory, 29 Logan Street, Marion, North Carolina. I am excited for that. Marion, I know, was devastated by the storm, but that's almost 2 months away. They got plenty of time to get that one going, man. I
It's
think
gonna
that
be
show's gonna
awesome.
be
I think
amazing.
it's Scotty Brooks is on here to say that the stipulation for that is gonna be a last man standing match.
Oh my. Last
So
man
that's
standing.
it. The stakes have been raised on that one.
I will tell you, I watched, but I didn't watch to where y'all could see the clicker go up in viewership
Yeah.
number. I watched from a different way of breaking the phone. Kind of like a lot of people watch our show because they don't want to put ratings numbers for me up. They'll watch it for you, but not for me. I promise.
It would be nice to have those viewerships, folks. You could,
Oh, no. Oh, I don't worry about them. I don't worry about them. I promise. Coming up in November as well, Sunday, November 17th on internet pay-per-view on Roku TV, you can watch the third annual Deathmatch Tournament. XWW presents Death to the Queen 2024. AJ Frost, Bash Caliban, Thomas Extreme, Little Panda, Ryan Mantis, Lazarus Black, and I have no idea who that guy is. But I knew 6 out of 7 people on the poster. That's a win for me. Okay. Then coming up in December, eventually you guys will get to see this as a streaming replay after it gets edited because oh my god, the things that get said, done, and happen at those shows is a ball. That's a great that's a great time.
good times. Good times.
Oh yeah, I had a blast last year. Um and anyway, what a segue, David. That was a great job. I've been to many shows for the Indies, haven't caught one to meet David yet. I'll be at the Richmond show. There you go. He's coming to that Richmond show to see you.
Dope. All right. Do you want to buy your ticket through me though? Let me know. I'll see what I can do for you.
Awesome. And the better man, Bash Caliban. Oh, he's predicting Bash Caliban to win Death to the Queen.
Ooh.
Wow.
Okay.
Brother, I don't know. I've been around Laz in a death match, and I've been around Laz in a death match where Laz had to go to the ER. So I don't know. I kind of like Lazarus Black going a good ways in this one. Can we live stream the X Awards to see what's said? No, I will not get kicked out of XWW just so you can see what was said.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we upload it like the following couple days.
They upload it a couple days later. They just have to edit certain things because some things are not meant for everybody to see or know or hear. But at any rate, brother, it's been a great show. We've been on for an hour and 15 minutes. I'm good if you're good. Let's send them home.
Yeah, I'm good. Go ahead.
Fantastic.
Do your thing, man.
Oh, you want me to do my thing? All right.
Well, thank you for our sponsors for helping us out. World Wrestling Society Network, AIWF, and Red-Headed Witch Designs. Am I missing anybody?
Genki
and things. Thank you so much. Check out their Kickstarter. They're currently in the process of finishing up a Kickstarter for a SSD device. It is awesome. Over 2 terabytes. You can save so many different games on there. It hooks up to your PlayStation, your console, your computer, your handheld. Definitely check that out.
Yeah, Genki things.
Use code
Google. Yeah, Google it and then use code what? The Wrestling Wire?
I believe that's what it is.
The Wire Podcast, something. I don't remember.
Use promo code IndieWire to save 10% off. There's the link.
IndieWire.
Yeah.
To save 10%. Who comes up with this shit? It wasn't me, I promise. Oh, wait, what? Oh, sorry. Anyway, guys, thank y'all very much for tuning in. We greatly appreciate it. It's been real, it's been fun, and hell yeah, it's been real fun. We will catch you next time. You won't see me at any shows until the second half of this month. So until I see you again on this podcast, after that next one, maybe, you know where I'll see you. I'll see you
at the Indies.
Have a great night, folks.